Sup guys, it's Anderson 977 here today to do Toriko 285 review. I'm mad. Oh god. Toriko really thought that he could take on A King's Hercules for 5 minutes. Not even that. In this chapter it just takes Hercules what 3 seconds, 5 seconds to blow out a snot, right? Or just blow wind, and that wind alone is able to decimate Toriko, almost obliterate his entire body. Whoa, that's a huge power gap. Even though Toriko is strong enough to intimidate beasts of capture level under 600, he's still nowhere near the A King's level, as we see in this chapter. Not even being close enough to fight for 5 minutes. Not even that. He's just nowhere near that level. But before I delve into that discussion, let me first start off with the initial chapter summary. Initially, the scene that we go to is between Zebra and Branchy, and they're trying to use these attacks to destroy the meteors, but more and more meteors keep coming, and so they're not getting anywhere. So they decided that okay, Branchy decided to use this technique. He uses this technique that um that electrizes. Wait, hold on. Branchy uses this technique that turns his whole entire body into like an electromagnet, right? And because he's using such, his body has become such a big, powerful electromagnet, all of the iron that's in the meteors that's falling down gets attracted to Branchy. And then when all of the meteors get concentrated to falling down on Branchy, at that point, Zebra uses one of his powerful voice techniques, which is in this case voice eruption, that just spews out and destroys everything instantly. So Zebra and DC, he's still up there. He still has lots of power, lots of destructive capacity. He destroys it instantly, and then both of them decided to rush through the opening that they now have to race to slow rain hills. I'm guessing that probably Zebra and his group will reach slow rain hills first. That strategy that they have to combat the elements is very impressive. Now then it switches over to Sunny's group. Sunny and this beast creature that he was traveling with. Sunny was using his hair feelers to push away the lasers that was coming down, because they're on beehive plane, something like that, and it's lasers that rain from the sky. He's using his hair to push it away, but then all of a sudden the copper realizes, which is Sunny's partner, realizes that all of the laser beams are getting concentrated. So we see it get big and buff, right? We see it buff up, pretty big and pretty impressively, and then all of a sudden, kind of the body of the Sunny's partner just withers down, and then we see this big shiny spot on top of his head, and then it uses that bald spot on top of his head to reflect all of those light, those laser rays that was coming down on them, to reflect it into the other laser rays in the environment, and to disperse it all around. So it uses that to help out Sunny and his group, and then instantly he says that Sunny, you have to hold on to me, and you have to call me, because after using that technique I won't be able to walk for another 5 minutes. So now Sunny and this guy is now hauling ass also to get to Soaring Hills, and then we get to Coco's group. Coco and his partner, who is apparently walking in the poison meadows. Coco has made this kind of umbrella looking poison thing that's able to resist the poison of poison meadows, and his partner uses this extinct flower that was extinct, but because he's a Sisaya, he revived it, and now he's using it as kind of umbrella. They both are using those things as umbrella to get through the poison meadows, and then almost instantly we see him say to Sonic, no, we see him say to Coco that you have to be careful. There's this incredible concentration of poison that drops down and is able to go through Coco's umbrella and it goes straight down into the ground, and he tells Coco that the rain is starting to kick up, so they have to kick it in high gear and they have to rush and get to the slow rain hills. So they decided to, okay, let's take his and start to get to slow rain hills. So now in the case of Toriko, we see Toriko decided that yes, he's going to face a King's Hercules, and we see him begin to get muscle up and say that okay, so we're going to just basically put all his strength into one shot and try to see how that goes. He doesn't know what Hercules is going to do, so that's his bet, which is pretty understandable. That's a good plan, except right as we see Turco's inner beast kind of close in on Hercules, all of a sudden we see Hercules just breathe out a snot or just breathe out air. Whatever happens, all of a sudden we see this massive cavern in the ground, and half of Turco, literally half of his body, it's kind of like it's not a straight half to half body cut, but it's kind of diagonally split over Turco's body from this head go straight down to his leg, right? All of that is gone, right? Toriko, he got wasted even more than he did against Stallion. He got beat up way more severe apparently than Stallion, and it just took A King's Hercules one hit for someone as powerful as Toriko. One hit and that's it. So this really solidifies that if any of them want to face off against A King's Hercules, it won't be anytime soon. I'm guessing that for someone to face off truly one-on-one with one of the A Kings, they'll have to at least have all of they have to have eaten all of Acacia's full course pretty much. That's my assumption, because strength gap is just too huge. I mean, I don't even think Ichirayu or Jiro and any of those guys are strong enough to even face. Well, they can face on against one of the A Kings, right? I know that they're strong enough that it's facing, but to win a fight, I don't think that any of them is strong enough yet, because up to this point, only two people have eaten Acacia's full course, and that's Acacia and Froze themselves, nobody else. So until more people are able to eat Acacia's full course and gain that level of power that they need, then that strength gap will always be there. Now it's solidified just how strong the A King's beast is. So overall, I thought it was an awesome chapter of Toriko. That's it. That's my review. Remember to rate, comment, subscribe. Sayonara.